The war. It's time for the war. I'm very excited. I think we're gonna get crazy animation here. Sorry for the delay in the video. I know it's been a few days. I think it's apparent if you look at the screen as to why that happened. But I'm sorry, but we're back. We're good. And hopefully we can start catching back up on a bunch of these things. I got no real expectations or hopes, I guess. I just want it to look pretty. I want to look at it and I want it to be like, wow, this looks good. It's fun. That's all I really want. That's all I really go into the show for. So especially because we're building up towards this altercation that's going to occur here. Is that too much to ask for? I hope it's not. Cloverworks, is that too much to ask for? I hope it's not. Hope you guys enjoy. If you like it all, hit the like and subscribe to mean a lot to me. Feel free to stick around for the discussion. Leave any comments with this episode or series. Let's go on with the 5th episode of Windbreaker. Yes, sir. And they're here to protect again. What are you giving a recap to the town? No, they're just recapping us on everything that occurred that led up to the events of the massacre that's about to begin. I just want to point out they said 5 on 5 and there's somebody here who's not included in the 5. What's up with that? Why is Nira here? So are we like one at a time or do we just start? Oh, we have like an arena? Brother, you can't put on normal shoes for this? That's how you know he's gonna be dirty. Shut down entirely, huh? Alright, that makes sense. Yeah. That's what I wanted to know. Right. So are the hundreds of others. Okay. By watching? Okay. Sure, buddy. He does. Thank you for calling him out. Alright, let's go. To our hideout. Does it look as cool as our school? No. It does not. Oh, it's a movie theater? Never mind, it might be sick then. The outside wasn't that cool. Does everybody get their own theater? Like their own room for it? Oh, it's just like one big arena. Oh, this is fun. We couldn't get our own spectators? We only have one. Just watch what we're capable of. There you go. Believe in your boys. This doesn't make sense because none of them are going to just jump in from the crowd and fight because they'll just consider the other person as weak if they lose, you know? That's true. If the leader loses, it doesn't really matter. Thanks for the pep talk, buddy. We're gonna win. You don't intend to lose, but do you intend to win is the question. How sweet. The characters' dialogue is so good. They have such a good connection to each other. It's very fun. I have no need to settle it at that point, so you have to win. Can I make a prediction that we're gonna win all 4 fights and then we're gonna like somehow lose with our leader? I have like this weird feeling. I don't know. We'll see.
かなりのパワータイプのようです。一撃であばらを数本折ったことがある。まあまあ。
Thank you for being our our stats guy here.
一緒にするのはかわいそう。
Uh-oh.
喧嘩中によそ見すんなよ、バカが。
He tanked it. He tanked it. Yeah. He tanked it. Oh my god. The grip. Alright, buddy. Settle. Oh, what a fun style. That's... Alright. Nice and easy. Wasn't really even a puncher. Like, he's gonna grab his head and throw him. I'll slaughter. Bro, getting horny over watching men fight. We're good. Thanks. Thanks, boss. Was locked in. Uh-oh. Well, Sakura's our main character. He's not gonna lose. Oh, I'm not even worried. But he is locked. He still hasn't moved either. We should probably check on him. Well, they all got some screws loose. It's easier this way. How many fights you want today? Settle that. Yep.
じゃあお前が分からせてくれんだな。
ねえ。
I mean, he
この
can.
子の相手はお前じゃないでしょ。下がっててよ。
Listen to the boss.
さあさあ、次は誰？
What a change.
ねえ、僕ちゃん。ストレスすごそうだし、ちょっと動こうか。
Alright. I hate that noise.
君がてっぺん取りに来たと話したとき、バカっぽい人だなって思った。
さっきから喧嘩売ってんのか。だったら買うぞ。
落ち着いて。いや、ごめん。もっと空っぽだと思ってたんだ。けど、君の言葉や行動には芯がある。そんな君を俺はかっこいいと思ってる。
Sure.
だから君に負けないように俺も頑張るよ。
Straight to the top, brother. Bro's about to put on a performance here. The way he walks with his hands behind them. The shoes and everything he chooses to wear. Nah, our guy.
もちろん中学の頃から強くて有名でしたよ。
強えな、見りゃわかる。もっと他は。
見てわかるんすか？
So it's the aura, you know?
あってわかった。あいつは優しいやつだ。
He's kind of like you, but he's fucking vicious, right?
自分が被害者になった時だけわめくなんて我慢を知らない子供のようだね。
Oh.
優しいね。
In his own way, right?
僕ちゃん。あれが優しいやつのする顔か？
Huh. Nice and smooth. Look at that. The footwork. The fucking footwork.
さあ、俺と一緒に大人の階段登ろうか。
His movement is so graceful.
今何が起きたんすか？
He's smooth with it.
かわせないほど早く撃てばいい。
派手に転んだね。
You're not gonna win like that, buddy. Try something else.
すごい。相手が勝手に転んでるみたいだ。
しても引いても掴んでも一瞬でいなされる。だったらお前らやってみろよ、こいつと。
ただの優しいやつじゃなかったな。
優しさのかけらもねえだろ。クソ性格悪いじゃねえか。格下の相手を生かさず殺さず偽物にして
Hey, just toys with him.
差を突きつけられ続けんだぜ。どうやったら本気のあいつと手合わせできるかね。
え、なんで？
I don't know if you can. What is bro doing? Just like spinning. The smile on his face as he just slowly walks him down too. Brother. Fun use of the camera too. Uh-oh.
そろそろ答え分かってきたんじゃない？今君が考えて。
そんなの
No.
今君が考えていること。
Wow. Bro, helmet.
君が嘲笑った人間に君自身がなるイメージ。それが質問の答え。大人になるために必要なもの。想像力だよ。さあ、一度できたらこっち
The
のもの。
worst. The
忘れな
worst.
いうちに次に行こう。その想像力を強固なものにするために必要なものって何だと思う？それはね、想像が現実になること。
You need an app to actually be able to picture it. Alright.
やめ。もういいわ。
Well, we got it.
ガンタイ君も悪いけど。
Alright, Patch.
あれ終わったの？
Oh, he was bored.
なんで。
これ以上恥かかせないで。
Mm.
いや、味にはならないのか。もう仲間じゃないし。
You are weak. You are no longer one of us, right? No longer used to us either.
大人になるということは人の思いに寄り添えるということだ。それには想像力と経験がいる。よかったね。
You gained a little today. Yeah.
一段くらいは登れたんじ
Just,
ゃない？
just not bad though. The war begins, a tournament begins, and pretty fun start for us to get into. Now, the real meat and the things that we're really all here for, and everybody in attendance basically is here for too, is yet to come and likely will not be for probably next episode or the one afterwards. But I kind of got my wish of I just wanted some cool looking stuff and some fun. It took a little bit towards us to kind of build up to it, and based on just the overall direction of the Soyu fight, it just wasn't actually going to happen that way, if we're being honest, because it's just the type of person he was and toying with him the entire time. But we definitely did get some very fun movement with the camera, and the animation was pretty good. And they also did a really fun job at giving us a lot of different shots this episode that weren't like moving, I don't know, like terminology and everything. They're just literally like stills of things that were just extremely like nice to look at, and it made me pretty happy. There's nothing in particular I want to even talk about, I think, with this. It's just more of letting us kind of continue onwards, but I'll make note of a few things. I really do like the intro sequence here of before the fighting and everything kind of begins. us walking through, taking note of the district and the kind of the place that they're coming from, and why a lot of the people actually probably act out and are just the way that they are within these groups, and being able just to see the environment that they kind of live in, going through the streets, seeing basically nothing open, not this happy, homely environment almost that we have on our own side of town. That's entirely different over here. The graffiti and all these things everywhere. We have people going through and like painting and doing all this and trying to cover it all up. How different all of that is, until we end up showing up to an abandoned theater, which from the outside didn't look like too much from me, but let me just say is an extremely fucking cool location for us to have this. I think it's awesome to have it enclosed like this, a place that actually has seating and people can watch over from the balcony and everything, and there's a stage and it's a big presentation and it makes plenty of sense and it's really fun. I think it's so awesome. I think this is actually such a cool set piece for us to have here, and it makes plenty of sense. You have a bunch of delinquents in high school going around. What would they do? They take over an abandoned building, right? They would actually utilize this to whatever that they can, and it actually has purpose, right? Installed with what? Bathrooms, places for them to sit, like there's a stage, so that they can give meetings and have somebody stand at the front and like give his speeches and do whatever. Like it all adds up. It's not just going in the middle of nowhere in the middle of a field and just like talking it out, or like these people actually doing these things out in the open. Like it makes plenty of sense. It's kind of where they would go, and they do a really good job at just establishing the different locations in the set that they have. Neri ended up coming with us. I like that the others pressed him on why he was coming with us, because they're like, dude, you're not even fighting, which is also kind of what I was wondering. His reasonings, I mean, it makes sense. It's fine. It's not the greatest thing in the world, but he's gotta learn. He's gonna kind of grow from it. And at this point, we get to see that growth a little bit in him of understanding and seeing the characters, Sakura specifically, just having that faith or that trust in the others, and not just immediately thinking that everything's doomed and they're gonna lose this fight and whatever else is gonna happen. He just kind of was like, all right, and like almost trusted him after he ended up being reassured through that to him. We end up beginning our fighting here. Of course, you have to start at the bottom. You can't just start with your leaders, because there would be no point to fighting. My assumption would just end up being because typically what you do in these is you try and make it even, right? So you go 2 and 2. So 2 people win on your side, 2 people win on the other side. It makes it, okay, whoever wins is actually the victor of the whole thing, of the actual leaders at the end. But that doesn't make much sense for what we're trying to build up and how we're trying to build up these characters that are important to us for what we're doing. Now, we can end up taking down some of the other characters, because I guess a couple of them are only so important to us, but it's like Sakura, I really just don't see a world where he loses based on the boasts and everything he does, plus being main character and all that. It doesn't make sense. We've already seen 2 members of our side already win as well, which we're expecting, because they're people who are going to grow close and be kind of the inner circle with Sakura as well. So to me, it just seems like we're going to get 4 wins, and it's going to be like, all right, well, it's basically over, and then we're going to end up finding out that the leader of the other group is a lot more of a challenge than we initially probably thought, and maybe ours isn't as strong or as good of a fighter as we initially thought, or maybe he is, which I'm assuming that he probably is, and it'll just be a real challenge for him, or maybe it's not a challenge, and we just completely clean sweep him. I mean, I can see us clean sweeping, absolutely can, but at the same time, I just have this weird feeling we're going to win the first 4 and we're just going to lose the one that actually matters at the end, the only one that actually matters, which would make me feel weird, but it'd be a really interesting route for us to kind of develop this and go. I like how swift and quick this is. Bro hits him, he's just like, let me tank that real quick, grab your arm and just grab you by the skull and just fucking throw you down. This is such a cool shot. It's so cool. It's so different from everything as well, with the thick outlines on it as well. It's so like stylized. It's, I don't know, it's so cool. I love it. Sends fear into everybody by being like, holy shit. We end up seeing this guy too. He's so focused, like he's so locked in the moment, which is kind of crazy. Once again, display of the type of people that they are, and I wanted to carry him off. No care for this actual person, completely dumping him down. I mean, this is the location realistically that Sakura was expecting to find himself in, right? A bunch of people that he hates for the things that they stand for and the way that they fight and they do these things, and he thought he was going to have to get all the way to the top, and he was going to have to be the one to do this. This is the school. This is the location that I think he was initially really feeling like he would actually be in, until he ends up finding this other group of the people that he's with. Suo takes the stage here, of course, and he just has a different feeling, a different aura to him. He's extremely graceful, calling him a gentleman, of course, for the way that he acts here. His style is so unique, so interesting too, and I really love it, the way that he kind of plays with him, the names that he calls him, the way that he taunts him completely. And that's essentially what the entirety of this fight ends up coming down to. It's like his disgust with the way that this guy's performing, but it's more so just him toying with his opponent, him having fun in the moment and allowing this person to really be humiliated and feel and experience these things. And that's essentially what he's trying to preach to him about moving up to adulthood and everything, and telling him by the end of it he was able to gain a step. You know, he needs the imagination, and to be able to gain that, you need to actually live through these things. You need to have this experience so that you can picture, you know, the good and the bad and the things that are to come with it, for you to be able to fully connect with other people and understand them, not treat everybody like pieces of shit, not treat them like, you know, the way that everybody else a part of your group actually acts in a lot of these moments, and being able to be kind of have that knocked into you a little bit, which we see through his interaction, the way that he talks about the other members of the group at different points too. You know, being like the only way to kind of get through to these people is to actually like physically kind of do it and put them in their place, which is essentially what we're having here. You put in front of everybody who is rooting you on or wanting to see you kind of kick some ass here, and you know you're a part of a group that's going to completely disown you had you not. You have to go above and beyond to do what you need to, but he's going to sit here and he's going to toy with you and completely humiliate and embarrass you for the type of person that you are, or the type of person that you're trying to be, and allow you to kind of grow from that experience, which is awesome. It's really funny why he's actually doing it, but he might just be a kind of fucking animal here, which I really love. Just over the top here, I was just seeing us swing him around, throwing him constantly, messing, complete mess. I absolutely loved it. This too, his ability to do this and just hold perfectly in front of him, no shaking it or anything at all. That takes so much skill, takes so much strength, realistically too. That's so much work. The moment we feel like we're about to see a little of something come out of him, they're like, no, we don't even need to see that, and they put a stop completely to it. Such a cool shot for us to end the episode off on here. Not too much I really want to dive into or really go into, but it's just fun for what it is, and I'm very excited. I'm assuming we're gonna go really over the top with animation stuff when it comes to Sakura fighting, would just kind of be my guess, and also when it comes to our captains fighting, just because that's probably going to be like crazy. And if it's not crazy, I mean, it might just be something that's a little simplistic, but I'm assuming Sakura at least is going to get the most treatment just because main character. So I'm looking forward to the next. If I made a guess, I'd assume Sakura's fight is going to last like the whole span of the next episode. It'll probably be him and the other guy, and then the episode after that will like start off with the other one, or his entire fight will be like next episode, and then I don't know how they're going to do it, but it's probably going to span over 2 more episodes would be my assumption. It'd be cool if we get it done in one, but I'm in no rush, and I have no issues. So I hope you guys did enjoy, though. If you liked it all, the like and subscribe do mean a lot to me. Feel free to check out the videos and channel in the comments for this episode or series. We'll be back next week for episode 6. I hope you guys have a great one. Peace.